The Hemet Maze Stone, probably one of the most well-known archaeological sites in Southern California due to the complexity of its design. Yet it is not the only one of its kind in the area. This tradition of creating pictographs or petroglyphs of mazes goes back to the 1st millennium AD, with over 30 sites belong to what has been called the Rancho Bernardo Petroglyph style, which in itself is part of the Southwest Coast painted style. It consists mostly of abstract maze designs made from rectilinear lines, diamond chains, and frets, either painted red or carved. As mentioned in the beginning of the film, the maze stone in Hemet is probably the most famous example. Measuring 46 inches, it consists of 2 rectangular shapes, one maze within the other maze. Next is one found in Trabuco Canyon, Orange County, in the 1930s. Today this stone sits in the courtyard of the Bowers Museum in Santana. Mockingbird Canyon in Riverside County is another area that is full of pictographs, with the fret motifs attributed to this style. Although heavily weathered, some can still be seen using digital enhancing software. Lastly, one cannot forget the site that gives this style its name, the Rancho Bernardo area in inner San Diego. It contains mazes and frets. Notable mentions also include a maze stone in San Jacinto and a portable maze stone in a Ramona museum. Now the biggest question that remains after looking at these is, who made them? While some articles toy around with the idea that they were made by castaway Chinese Buddhist sailors in ancient times due to supposed similar motifs, this is certainly not the case. The historic native peoples, the Kumeyaay and Luiseño, attribute them to their ancestors, yet no direct ethnographic testimony exists, but evidence for this can be seen where these pictographs and carvings are placed, facing east, where the soul is said to depart into the afterlife, according to Kumeyaay tradition. Something else interesting that has been found when looking at the pictographs associated with the tradition is that later possibly historic pictographs were drawn on top of older Rancho Bernardo's ones, implying these sites were used over and over and maintained their sacredness. This was the San Luis Rey tradition, and it's believed their reason for creating these paintings, although not as complex, was to serve in puberty initiation ceremonies. This goes to show, although there was change in native Southern California, there was still a sense of continuation in the reoccupying of sacred sites that persisted for centuries.